I think it's a big step up in competition for Ricky Simon as he's coming in against a very experienced jiu-jitsu player who has also done very well in the mixed martial arts game. I know that Ricky Simon is, on a pretty good streak, but again, he's entering into top 15 territory, and I think that on the ground, he's a little bit outmatched, and I feel like that's most likely where the fight is going to take place, as both people are quite competent in that area. So I'd have to say Rani Yahya by submission. So next up, Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva. Israel is a very, very good striker, and if you look back in his kickboxing and early MMA days, he's taken his time to develop his skills so that he can be a prominent force on the feet in mixed martial arts. That being said, he's going up against one of the greatest of all time in Anderson Silva, who can fluently switch between multiple styles of striking. Now, in his latest performances, I think that he's had a few crappy decisions. Obviously, he fought Michael Bisping, and I believe that he won that fight, even going to the decision. But more importantly, I feel like he knocked him out. So I was a little bit disappointed with that decision. But then going up to fight DC at heavyweight, and then his latest fight against Darren Brunson. It's been 2 years since he's been in the cage, but I feel like he's fighting for himself. He's just going to go out there and have fun. So it's a very interesting fight. I can't see either of them finishing this fight. I see it being a very, very good game and a good display of high-level striking. So I would have to say that over 3 rounds, oh man, this is killing me to say, but I think Israel Adesanya is probably going to edge him out in a decision, maybe land a few of the cleaner strikes, be a little bit quicker off the draw. But like I said, I love this fight, and I'm just very excited to see what happens. So the final fight of the night, Robert Whittaker, the reigning champion, versus Kelvin Gastelum. I've had the opportunity, the fortune to work with Robert for a number of years when he was in Canada before he made his prominent move back to Australia and really found his rhythm and found his stride at 185. That being said, we had Kelvin Gastelum, who was also coming up for camps. At the time, he was also still fighting at 170. So it's a very interesting fight and an exciting fight for me. But Robert is just on another level, I think. Specifically coming off the 2 fights against Romero and really showing that not only is he championship material, but he's matured as a fighter and as a person, and he's coming into this fight with everything to gain to continue building his legacy. That being said, Kelvin Gastelum is obviously a very dangerous striker. I mean, he knocked out Michael Bisping, albeit after Bisping had gone a war a month earlier rather. But he's shown, signs that he is a good top contender at that weight class. Now, he lost to Chris Weidman as well before coming into this fight. So I have to say that Robert Whittaker is just better in every area. And it's 4-ounce gloves, so anything can happen. But I have to say that Robert Whittaker is probably going to finish this fight inside of 5 rounds by TKO stoppage.